Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. Today's bonus game is Toppled, which we're revisiting. The creators told me that there's been a significant number of improvements, partially based on our feedback, which is awesome. So in Toppled, it's like one of those word search style games, kind of. So I'm going to start with finds, because I can't think of anything better. All right, so let's just do a new word with gets a bunch of good letters on the left. I want the T, the R, the E, the A. How about a great? Great is a great start. Well, it's not really a start, it's a second word. D, E, and T on the right. I'm not going to do that yet, though. Let's look at this R and A on the left. My initial thought was just do RA, but I don't actually see a good word for that. I could do something like A in the middle and then R here. AR something. I'm not seeing ARK maybe? A spark is the only thing I can think of for that. There's no S. I could start with R and put an A in the middle. That seems a bit strange. I don't know. I feel like AR. Maybe OAR? Can't type. OAR. Can't do OARD. How about roach? Roach. Ooh, that's a lot of yellows. Maybe we can unscramble this. So Carol? Nice. All right, we have that O on the right placed. We have a T, E, and D, so we have most of the letters. They don't make sense to me though. Like depot. Oh no, it can't end in T. Ah, detox. Okay. If I thought about it, just I thought of depot, and I was like, yeah, that's perfect, and I didn't really double check. Oh well, I could have had it in one fewer guess probably, but depot definitely helped me see detox like instantly. So anyway, that's cool. Let's move on. Let's do Fibble. So in each guess, there is a single lie. So maybe this E is supposed to be green or gray. Maybe this E is supposed to be green or yellow. So we're going to assume the ER are correct as yellow, and we're going to bring in one of the grays if possible. One option would be to do like an ERS, not SE. I can't actually do SE. But I was thinking about ER something E, but the V and the S are the two letters I'd most likely want to put there. I don't think there's a C. What if I ended in RSE though? Why does it say there's 3 lies? Why would, hold on, I'm very confused. Why would that be 3 lies? That 3 next to the sever. So this S would be lying. Oh, I see what's happened. I don't know why I didn't recognize this at first. I was focused so much on the ER ending here. This is an impossible coloring. These E's, you can't have the first one be gray and the second one be yellow. It always prefers the leftmost to be yellow when it colors. So one of these E's is the lie, which means these are true, and one of these E's is lying. So I either need this E to be lying as green or gray, or I need this E to be lying as green or yellow. I'm thinking the best option is to try to use 2 E's, which would mean doing something like EER or REE. How about reedy? Okay, so there cannot be 2 E's, which means this is true. Because if there were 2 E's, these would both be lying, right? So this is our lie, which means either one of these E's is lying and we're supposed to have an E exactly there, or there's just no E in the word. At this point, I'm willing to believe there's just no E in the word. But we could try to come up with a word that does this, just in case. If there's something easy to think of. I thought of river, but that's wrong for several reasons. So here's kind of the issue. We can't end in R because of the yellow R there. We can't end in D because we're, hold on, we're assuming the lie is the E, right? So we can't end in D, and we can't end in Y because we're assuming one of these E's is a lie. So what would we end in? Like an N or an L? Raven doesn't work because there's no V. Let me look at A though. Is there something other than Raven that would work? Or L, repel, but that would need two E's. All right, I'm pretty convinced there's no E. So I'm going to mark those true. Let's bring in, maybe we can just end in Y. Like runny. I don't mind doing repeated letters. As you can see, repeated letters can tell you where the lie is sometimes, not often, but. Okay, interesting. So we got a lie between these two R's. Definitely one of these R's is lying. That means these Y's have to be true. In fact, I'm going to undo what my assumption was here. We know one of these Y's has to be true because otherwise they would both have to be lying, and then these R's disagreeing couldn't also have two lies. So one of those Y's is, or these Y's are both true. There is no Y in the word. So I got the lie wrong in Reedy. Now this U and N, I'm trying to think, like, what's our lie in Reedy? I'm thinking maybe this R is supposed to be yellow, like this. So, and then the U or the N is lying. So like you are, I don't know, something along those lines. Because the only other option is like, well, if this R is lying, that means it would be probably green, and then it would have to be green if it's lying. And then I'd have to use the U and the N in place, and then I'd have to find somewhere to put an R. I guess it would have to be URN. But then I'd also then have to bring in, those would all be true, so I'd have to bring in the other N. Yeah, it doesn't work. I think that this is true. I think that this R is true, which means that R is lying. So I need vowels, but I don't necessarily need the U, so I could do something like this. Or even R second with an N here. I think that's fine. I keep wanting to end in D, but there's no D, like grind or grand. How about T? How about grant? Okay. Is there another R-A-N-T word I could do? Or could I do grunt? I could do grunt. That would be U would be lying as yellow. Okay, so what did we learn? One of these T's is lying. That means this N is correct and this R is correct. That's very good to know. And the G is correct. So we either have a T at the end, so this would be lying, which would then mean that's truthful and that's a lie. And we would have to, basically in this case, we would have to have an A in the word and a U in the word. It would be exactly urent, which isn't a word. Okay, so it's not that. This is our lie. So I think there's no U. I think this is our lie as well. In fact, this has to be our lie because the R's are there. So we definitely have this RN in place. There's a T probably at the start. And then these are accurate. And that's what we have. TR something N something. It would be an O or an I or not a U, an O or an I. I mean, unless you could do trunk, actually. That U could still be lying as green. And it was trunk. Okay. Yeah, that was a good solve. I enjoyed that one. That had some nice twists to it. I liked starting out with the, I wish I had seen that right away, but starting out with the impossible double E coloring was fun. Narrowing it down right away. Always nice when that happens. Anyway, how'd you do? Let's do Betweenle for April 4th. Let's start with mouse. Okay, so our orange dot is very close. 7.8% is not that close, but it's pretty close to the start of the alphabet. So what we've done is we've arranged all of the 5-letter words in the English language alphabetically, like how they would be laid out in the dictionary. And this is telling us that mouse is not very close to it, but it is close to the beginning. It's within 7.8% of the beginning, 47% from the middle, from mouse, which is around the middle. So I don't know, is that like a C? We could do like an early C word, like carve. Okay, C was way too far, but we're a little bit closer to starting with C than we are to A. But keep in mind that we did an early C word. So we could even be a very late A word, but let's do like a middling B word just to kind of try to straddle this a bit. So like BI or BO, maybe botch. Botch was still too far. So let's do an early. Let's do batch. Perfect. So we're between batch and botch, much closer to batch, which means we have to start with B. Now this second letter is restrained between A and O, but don't get confused. We're not constrained to and only end in TCH for these, because we're taking them alphabetically as a word, not per letter slot. So close to A, like, could we really be another BA word, like a really late, like body or something? I get the feeling body's not far enough, because we need to be like 80 words away from batch. So I think I want to go BI or BE maybe, like we could do beach. Or even like a late BE word. That's okay. I'll just do beach and see where that takes us. Okay, yeah, I was right. Beach wasn't nearly far enough. We're still 50.55. So we still have like you can kind of think about after the decimal as it's about that number of words. It's not quite right, but it's close enough. We could do something like bench. Is that too far? Nope, it was exactly right. Nice. All right, so we got it in 6 guesses. How'd you do? All right, we're revisiting this Toppled game. So the creator saw my feedback and others' feedbacks and improved the game. So we're gonna see how that goes. So again, we still have our so what this is this grid. It's meant to just look like a brick wall. That's why they're different sizes. It doesn't mean anything. It's just visual. Also, the proximity of letters to each other means nothing. So really, all we have to do is just pick out 4-letter words. No, 5-letter words, such that we make 4 5-letter words out of these letters, and we have to use all the letters to do it, right? Because there's 20 letters. Now, the golden letters are telling us that it constructed this grid out of 4 intended words. They're always words that are fairly common as well as not plural. And if we can find those, we get a lot more points. So we're going to focus on words that start with these letters. And we're going to see. And apparently he added some ways to sort of improve being able to find the golden words, so it's not just a grind. But I'm going to start with grass here. Let's see what happens there. Great word. So it was not the golden word. So if I click it, I can get rid of it. It says no clues available. So I think you can spend points on clues towards the golden words, which means I think it means you would lock in a couple words and then it would give you a clue as to what the second letter is of our golden word. Let's undo grass though. Yeah, we're going to delete it. We get back to 0. So let's try another word that starts with G, like guess instead. Submit. Not sure about that. What was wrong with guess? Okay, I must have typed it wrong. So that was also not our golden word. So we're going to undo that. You don't have to get the golden words, but I like to try for it. What else can we do with G? I thought maybe we could do globe, but there's no L. Maybe something ending in like TY? Like, what would we do there? Maybe I should think about words starting with W. Maybe worse. Okay, not a golden. Oh, but we do have a clue now. Interesting. So let's use the clue. Okay, so let's get rid of worse. So the R is a second letter. Interesting. Is it a second letter for G? So GR, maybe great. Great was a great word. Okay, I think that's what it's telling us, but I'm not sure. It might just be saying R is the second letter of something. So it could be like a BR or a WR word. Let's try gross. I found the golden word. Nice. Okay. So now we just have to split up these 3. Oh, and it's not on screen quite. In fact, let me fix that right now. Sorry about that. But it does have, oops. It does have the list of words I've already guessed, which is nice. Okay, fix that capture there. Yeah, sorry, I scrolled. Okay. Okay, so starting with maybe wheat. Submit. No, nothing from wheat, but we do get a clue. So let's make use of the clues. Let's see how that feels. Okay, so it's saying that there's a D-O word. So D-O what? Donut? No. Dotty? I don't know if dotty would be it. No. Okay, let's get rid of that. D-O doubt? Yes, doubt was our second golden word. Nice. Now we should be able to split this up without hints, without clues. But let's see. This is definitely much smoother than last time I played it. I'm enjoying this. What are we doing? Maybe starting with W, W-H. We tried wheat, right? Yeah, now my all guesses scrolled down a bit. I'm going to have to fix my capture for next time, do something a bit more flexible. So I'm sorry about not being able to see everything. Are we doing like, we have 3 E's, right? So I feel like we've got to use a lot of these. I see weedy. What would that leave though? We can probably figure it out without locking it in. Weedy and bathe. Okay, I think that works at least. Not sure what did I type? Weedy? There we go. I don't know why it was, I don't know, I've been clicking it wrong or something. And then bathe is our last word. Nice. Got all the golden words. I got 500 points. Sweet. So it seems like it's not punishing you for deleting words, which actually is nice. So we got a perfect score basically. Forward, what? I wonder how you get the forward bonus. It's interesting. And that this share is interesting. Okay, so it gave eyeballs for when I got hints. The hints must have cost something though. Interesting. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how this scoring worked, but anyway. Cool. Well, how'd you do? All right, let's play Polygonle. So today we have a 7-letter word, and these 2 repeat, and these 2 repeat. I'm not sure what I want to do with that. If we did like an ER ending, right? That does put R here, but I feel like what's going to happen here is that this is going to repeat a consonant, and we're going to end in like E or something like that. Maybe D, something like D. What else can we do? Re-rinse? No? Never know what's going to be a word. Tether, but not, no. D-drive. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the ones that are prefixed with re or D aren't actually accepted words. I feel like E is the best option for this slot, but I could be wrong about it. I'm just not sure what else would go there. I suppose the other option is that this is like an A or something, and then we're doing like I don't know. What would go here? Like a tat, a rat, a tat, a sat. Adaged? No. Okay, I think I have to do a filler. I don't think I'm going to figure this out. This is a weird pattern. So for 7-letter words, we have 2 options, either poultry machine or poultry maidens. I'm going to go with machine today, because I think that either an A or an E is very possible in this spot. All right, the A ended up there. Okay. So what are we repeating here? What are we putting here? I something A. S-A, L-A, I-P-A. I'm not sure what looks best. Okay, I'm going to do poultry then. All right, it's P-A-P. There's an I here. Sorry, this is an A. There's an R here. Paprika, the spice. Wow. Don't know if I would have ever thought of that without all that help. Only 25 words. Yeah, so I was right. It's a weird pattern, and it's hard to find a word to get going. Reroute. So if I was looking for an RE word, reroute or reroute, however you want to pronounce that, would be the only option. An ED ending, adapted. Yeah, so the A would have surrounded a D if I was going to try to find something like that. Adapted. I might have been able to find that. I don't know. Memento is interesting. Non-zero of all the things to accept. All right. Let's do the mini. Ooh, this is a fun pattern. What are we doing here? This could be one of those with like one word that matches. Like my initial thought was re, but what are we putting here? Reread. I don't like it. Maybe the E is okay. Maybe A would be better. Like papal. No. Okay. A was correct though. Not cabal. Mammon. No. Huh. Babar. No. Tataz? Really? Okay. Maybe Tata with an H? No? How do you, I guess Tata is just T-A-T-A. Yeah. Yes. Dadas. Oh, darn, nothing. Okay. Ruled out the S. Haha, I can't do plurals anymore. What are we doing here? Zaza. Kaka. Oh, cacao. It's cacao. All right. How many options were there? 11. Vivid. How'd I miss vivid? Mamas and papas and tartar. Tutus. Okay. Cocoa and cacao have the same pattern. That's interesting. Cool. Well, let's move on. Let's do Symble. Start with blaze. Ooh. Okay, so I think A is in place because basically the reason I use Z in my start is so that I assume it's not green. I'm going to assume it's not green until I'm forced to assume otherwise, which means that, and the most common is almost certainly gray, almost always gray. And so that actually forces this to be green, and then we would need like an L here or something because this would be yellow. And in Symble, the way yellows work is it means a different letter goes in that fourth spot other than Z. And it can't be the A because we already used the A for the green. So it would only be B, L, or E in that fourth slot. And I feel like after an A, the L is the most likely. In fact, I could guess something like small to see if it's a double L at the end, which seems likely, but unfortunately not true this time. It's not ALE, it's not ALL. It's not Psalm. Let's see. What else are we putting after that L? LT maybe? What would I don't know how to make a word like that. Actually. ALY? How about goalie? Is that how you spell goalie? Apparently not. It probably has like an E in there somewhere. It says ALY work though. I don't see, it's usually LLY. ALP, scalp? Can't use the S though. What is going on here? ALD? I haven't discounted the fact that I could do AAL like this, but I just don't see a word. The reason I could do that is because this has been green the whole time, so there's no reason this couldn't have tried to be yellow, but it didn't see an A because A was already green. All right, maybe not that. I'm thinking about OAL as well, and I can't see anything for that. I tried goalie, right? There's just not the right letters for it. Or ever, I don't know. Huh. What can I do here? Could it be ended like ALA somehow? Or ALI, ALO? None of these look great. U is definitely not. ALA looked the best of them, but it doesn't look great. I don't really see a word for that. ALT looks okay, but I can't think of a word. Yeah, I don't see an ALT word. Like, let's look at like CHAL, for example, or CRAL, or PRAL, or GRAL. See, none of these seem to really work. RAL in general. I just don't like it. It just doesn't seem to work. Like if I could do WL, there's drawl and crawl and stuff like that. What's this word? Keep wanting to do scalp, but there's no S. I'm pretty confident in these symbols. Unless it's waltz. No, it can't be waltz. Because I was thinking about how, let's say this Z was supposed to be the green, right? Then that would mean this is yellow. And it would be yellow both times. So it would have to be the L. And that doesn't even work for waltz. And then, yeah, that works. But then this, we didn't use a Z again. Yeah, it doesn't work. It has to be AL. But I just don't, I didn't see the word. I might have to do a filler. I'm thinking about a filler like drawl or something. Or I mean, I guess a filler should use all new letters. Something like use an O. Like, see, what would I want to do? Like trick would probably be a pretty decent filler. It doesn't use the O, but that's okay. Vowels always come. Okay, I just can't think of it, and I don't want to spend more time on this, so I'm going to guess trick here. Okay, so we end in ALK, and the first letter is... Oh, it's chalk. Ooh, okay. I think I filled out CHAL, and I didn't see it. Okay, yeah, I just wasn't seeing the word chalk. Oh, okay. Well, I got it. My filler worked out. Alrighty. Let's do Fusele. Let's start with chalk. All right, so this was this twist was orange hints, which are alphabetical. So what this is saying is that this letter, if we look at the alphabetical version of the keyboard, this letter is not within 3 of C. So it's not A, B, C, D, E, or F. This letter is not within 3 of H. This letter is within 3 of A. Now, the unfortunate thing is that this twist tells me that my middle letter has to be a vowel. It doesn't mean the answer has a vowel in the middle. It just means in this guess, I have to put a vowel in the middle. And I actually know the middle is not a vowel because it's only B, C, or D. So I'm actually not allowed to guess the correct answer here. So let's just get some really good letters with a, I don't know, let's just see if there's an E in the word, but putting an E in the middle. Maybe something like S. Oh, I can't do H. ST. I could see if there's an A in the word with an A here, because just because this A is orange doesn't mean anything about these other slots, right? So there could still be an A. There could still be any of these letters. So I'm gonna do. I can't do an L at the end. Well, I could, but it's not gonna be right. Let's do steer. All right, we end in ER probably. This is a D, C, or B. I could see any of those working before an ER. What do we wanna do then? This is probably a vowel. Most ER words have a vowel here. And usually it's actually an O. So let's do O. Especially if we can't be A. I mean, it can be any of the vowels, but O is very common. And this is B, C, or D. With an O, I like the D the best, but actually I don't know if I like any of these with the D, C, or B. So what would work better? This can't be A, E, or I. So it's not O, maybe it's U? Uber? Tuber. Does tuber work? No, it can't start with T. It's too close. No, there just isn't a T in the word because of steer. I don't see anything else other than tuber. You know, does under work? Under does work. Oh, it was under. Nice. Okay. My probabilistic approach didn't work this time. But it's because this was super limited. Getting that orange A was actually really good. And steer helped a lot. My forced filler. All right. Let's play Don't Wordle. It's thinking of a secret word, and we are trying not to guess it. So I am going to start with kayak. All right, A second. The only time I accept A second and don't undo is if it ends in Y. So we are going to try nanny. It does not end in Y. This has been disastrous in the past, but I'll give it a try anyway, even though I just said I wouldn't do it. I don't know, I can see if it's an atch trap word with batch. It is not. Oof, that really limited it. It's just really hard to repeat letters with an A second like this, no Y at the end. Maybe something like TA. I'm just trying to figure out what the answer is at this point so I can avoid it. Maybe it's an ER word. I could try like taper. For a second I thought, okay. Oh, there's 7 words that are TA something ER. So maybe we can just, let's try ones that don't seem like words first, like taver. Nice. And then TA, maybe tafer, tater, tawer. Okay, it accepted tawer. Nice, and it was tamer. All right, I did it, despite the odds. It was because ER turned green. That was lucky. Cool. Well, those are the games for today. Hope you enjoyed them. If you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.